Welcome.
Everybody wants to move in a little bit closer so you can hear.
Come on in so you can all hear.
As is customary, with all the flags, I want you to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What a beautiful day, what a gorgeous day, what an appropriate day. Today is the 64th anniversary of the end of World War II, so I think it's particularly appropriate and fitting that we should start our campaign to recognize the veterans and their service, the men and women who went in harm's way and those who served in peacetime. So the monument that's going to be erected here is indeed a Veterans Park, and will be an appropriate recognition of all our veterans. The first thing I want to do is recognize, I hate to say this, but one of the best committees I've ever served on. This is your Upper St. Clair Veterans Park Committee. Bill Babcock, where are you, Bill? Harry Kunzelman. Director of Fundraising, Vicki McKenna. Dave McLean, who's brought all his skills and talents to our committee. Matt Sierakowski. Mark Mansfield. Next to me is Ched Mertz. Karen McElhenney. And Mark Edelman. Today we gather to honor all of our veterans, past, present, and future. The Upper St. Clair Veterans Park will stand as a daily reminder, and as the citizens of Western Pennsylvania drive by this Veterans Park, they will know that the men, women, and children of Upper St. Clair do remember. It's be a brief ceremony because this begins a lot of hard work. So I want to recognize first State Representative John Marr, a consistent friend of the veterans.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your leadership in moving forward with the Veterans Memorial for Upper St. Clair. You know, people from this area that we know as Upper St. Clair have stepped forward to serve our nation in every war in the history of our nation. And it's about time that we have a monument to thank all those who served in war and peace throughout the years. I guarantee that whoever's in charge of fundraising will have my personal contribution, and I will also do my best along with Senator Pippy to see if we can bring back some of your state tax dollars to help aid the cause. But thank you for your leadership of this committee.
Is Senator Pippy here? There you are, we had the sunglasses on. Another veteran, please.
Thank you very much.
Senator, pleased to have you here.
It's truly a privilege to be here, and as Representative Marr said, we're looking forward to the opportunity to help bring some of the Pennsylvania tax dollars back. But when you do a memorial, you're first thanking those individuals and the families who have served, and you're remembering their sacrifice. But I think what's unique about this location is you'll also be inspiring and teaching and building on the legacy that you have here. And so I not only will be a fitting tribute to those men and women who have served, but I think in many ways, more importantly, it'll be a reminder and inspiration for those who will serve in the future. And I can't think of a better place that hundreds of thousands of people will drive by every day and remember what this community and our country was founded on. So thank you for the opportunity, and looking forward to supporting it.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you for your service. Our representative from the Allegheny County Council, another consistent friend of the veterans, and a friend of mine, Vince Gastep. And the old man there is an old jarhead.
Thank you, TJ. I've already talked to TJ and the Matt about bringing some Allegheny County dollars here as far as infrastructure goes. You know, one of the things that I've been involved with and some of my other communities as well as South Park is recognizing the veterans, those who have served for us, those who are serving now, and the future veterans of our country. Sacrifice is meaningless without remembrance. That's why we're here. We have to remember. In our community and our volunteerism, we need to remember. This memorial is a great remembrance to the memory, to the service, and what we're going through today. It's so important. For me to be involved in something like this with the community and the people that are serving here today is truly an honor. You have my commitment and support, and it's a great day for a great project. Thank you. Thank you.
Representing United States Congressman Tim Murphy, friend of our family, Mike Spirito.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here on behalf of Congressman Murphy. This is, on a personal note, it's an honor to be here in my hometown of Upper St. Clair to see this happen. I do want to say one thing. Today is about the veterans, but I want to point out that Mr. McGarvey has spent his entire life dedicating his life to veterans, and I think we should all recognize him right now.
Thank you, Major. Representing our Township Board of Commissioners, Jed Mertz.
Thanks, TJ. Can anybody hear anybody here? I mean, you can't hear. All right, I'm just going to shout then. A little bit of history. In January of 2008, last year, Bill Babcock and TJ McGarvey came to us at one of our commissioners' meetings and floated the idea that we should have a Veterans Park. The whole Board of Commissioners was very open to the idea. We loved the idea, and it was sort of concurrent with Vicki McKenna having worked with the school district and some of the high school students who wanted to also build a Veterans Park. So a committee was formed, and we meet, every 2 weeks? We meet a lot, but we get a lot done. And TJ has said that he's been on how many of these committees? 4? 5. And we're the best he's ever served on because we get stuff done. But I got to tell you how we chose this site. We were sitting in our conference room having a meeting. I think it was March or April of last year, and we were saying, well, where do we put the monument? And we said, well, we could put it over at Boyce Mayview. That's, in a way, the community center now. And sort of our eyes gravitated to this spot. So we all got up from the table, looked out the window, and said, look at that. That's a perfect spot over there. It's right across from the log house. It's close to the high school so that you can bring the students down here and have some teaching moments with the site. So the rest of the committee looked at Matt Sierakowski, who's the township manager. They looked at Karen McElhenney, who's the vice president of the board. They looked at me, the president of the board, and we said, yeah, we think it's a great idea. The township will donate the land for the park. And not only that, Kyle Robinson and his guys, they're going to provide the maintenance. So Upper St. Clair will maintain this park into posterity. So we're happy about that, and we agree with you, TJ. It's a huge day for Upper St. Clair. It's something that should have been done a long time ago, but you know what? We're doing it now, and that's the important thing. So thanks again for your leadership, TJ.
Thank you, Chet. Representing the Upper St. Clair School District, Harry Kunzelman.
Thank you, TJ. I have the privilege of being the school district representative to this committee, and I've had the pleasure of working with so many good people to bring this project to the point where we are today. On behalf of Amy Billerbeck, our president, the other members of the school board, and on behalf of Dr. O'Toole, our superintendent, and all of the administration, I'd like to say that the school district looks at this project as an opportunity to engage our whole community. Sometimes we forget as adult participants in our community that there's a whole population out there of children who are not only current members but the future of our community. And so the district is committed to involving our kids from the elementary schools all the way through the high school in this project in some way or another, whether it's fundraising, learning opportunities, participation in maybe putting a piece of this project together. So on behalf of the whole school district, we're very excited about this project and we look forward to bringing it to a conclusion. Thank you.
The only way I can describe this next person is she's a doer, our director of fundraising, Vicki McKenna.
Thank you, TJ. And as TJ mentioned earlier, this is a glorious day in Upper St. Clair, and it has nothing to do with the weather. It has everything to do with what we are about to unveil here this afternoon. You know, Upper St. Clair Township and the school district receives accolades nationally for the quality of life here, for the excellence of our school system, and it is long overdue that we recognize those who have truly made all of this possible, those who have served this great country, protected our freedom. So I look forward to kicking off our fundraising campaign in early September. All residents will be receiving a letter, and I hope that residents will be as generous as they are able. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
We talk about the veterans and the men and the women in the service and the sacrifices. And there's an old saying, those at home served as well too. And please indulge me, but for 16 months, a beautiful lady from Carnegie wrote me, "Today's your birthday. Happy birthday, Jeannie." Wasn't too many years ago, it wasn't very popular to be a veteran. And there's one guy stood up before anybody stood up, and he said, "Don't forget the vet." And my dear friend, my comrade in arms, my brother, Tony Accomando, all he knows how to do is help. Jack Wagner always kids me because I say the worst death is to be talked to death. And he says from T.J. McGarvey, but I think it's really from Will Rogers, but I'll claim credit for it. So, in closing, I want to say, we now call upon the citizens of Upper St. Clair, the men, the women, and children, to step up to the plate, to be a permanent part of this Veterans Monument, of this Veterans Park. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with veterans groups and organizations, and God give me strength. There's such a thing as Gold Star mothers who lost a son in the war. There's such a thing as Gold Star wives who lost a husband in combat. But there's also Gold Star fathers. With great pride and privilege, I'm going to have Dave Kutchpod unveil the design. Please step forward, David.
Come on, Dave.
Hey, flip it up over, Dave. There you go.
David. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Here's the message. Give. They did. You honor us by being here. You honor yourselves by being here. Now it's time to get to work. Thank you.
TJ. Jack Wagner just walked in.
Oh, he did?
There he is.
I wore this hat for a reason. 9th Marines. I was 1st Battalion, 9th Marines. Jack Wagner was 2nd Battalion, 9th Marines. Was it hell in the helmet?
Yes, sir.
Jack, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you, TJ, and I'll be brief. Obviously the design looks magnificent. Today's a very important day to start the Veterans Park initiative. You couldn't have a better person leading the effort than TJ McGarvey. TJ was the chairman of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial that is on the North Shore that means so much to each and every Vietnam veteran. And TJ, if it wasn't for his leadership, that monument would not be there today, and I'm sure his leadership here in Upper St. Clair Township will be as meaningful. This is a great community, ladies and gentlemen, and you know that. The quality of life in Upper St. Clair is as good as anywhere in America. Your school district is one of the finest, and it's good to see John Marr here, who's been a great supporter of veterans in the General Assembly. But this is a fantastic community. It's only appropriate that you have a fantastic monument in commemoration to the people who have served their country that are from this community and from this area. So I'm honored to be here today with all of you in celebration of a beginning of this effort to really have a magnificent monument right here on this very spot. I'm here to offer my support in any way I can. Thank you.
Thanks, Marine.
All right, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi. Jack just said to me, Semper Fi. That's Latin. I should know that because I had 3 years of Latin 1. But it means always faithful. We're going to apply that to the citizens of Upper St. Clair. Always faithful. Again, I thank you.